Hi, welcome to another video with North Node of the Moon in Astrology series. In this video, I will be specifically talking about North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra. So before I get started, I strongly recommend you guys to watch my introduction video because I have a little bit different perspective on North Node, South Node of the Moon. And also I go into a little bit deeper on the philosophical background where this North Node, South Node concept came from, what's the viewpoint of modern astrology, also what's the viewpoint of Asian astrology, because they're very different, and I'll also add some spiritual perspective on that. So it would make a lot more sense if you guys watch the introduction video first, and I will leave the intro video link down below in the description. And the second thing is I will only talk about the zodiac sign, Aries and Libra. I will not get into the house placement, but just know that house placement also plays very important role. It represents the area of your life where your North Node, South Node will manifest. Let's say your Aries North Node in your second house, it might be manifest as like you really need to have a financial independence. You need to meet your own needs instead of relying others. Let's say you have Aries North Node in ninth house. You might have to explore for yourself what you want to believe in, what kind of religion you want to believe in, or what kind of higher education you're going to get, or what you want to study, and all that spiritual, educational, philosophical stuff. Like you need to have your own opinion instead of just following others, or just because you were raised in a family, just follow their beliefs. You have to explore it for yourself. So like I said, it totally manifests differently based on the house placement. And the last thing is the aspects of North Node, South Node. Not everything I'm gonna say in this video will resonate with you, because your birth chart is unique to you and it has different aspects. So let's say you have a lot of planets in North Node. It might mean your soul really want to focus on that area of your life. It really wants to manifest your North Node faster or more intense speed, compared to you have a lot of planets in the South Node, where it might mean you brought in strong karmic entanglement or issues with you in this lifetime, and your soul wants to resolve those issues or work out those karmas. So yeah, it depends. If you want to have a more holistic, integrated perspective of your entire chart, because nothing on your birth chart stands on its own. Like you might not totally relate to your sun sign, moon sign, or North Node, South Node, even your ascendant sign, because let's say your birth chart is like 100% pi, like each aspect takes up certain percentage of it. So you're not gonna 100% relate to neither of them. It has to be put together more integrated way. So having said that, I do offer personal reading. I will leave the contact information down below in the description. Don't hesitate to reach out. So now let's get into your North Node, South Node placement, Aries and Libra. I'll talk a little bit about this nodal axis first. Aries is the initiator, beginning of the zodiac sign. So that's why like Aries associated with leadership, because he or she is the first one. Aries is the first one in line. It's leading the rest of the signs following it. So also Aries will initiate a path, and rest of your signs on your chart will follow that. So Aries has to be very action oriented and have that leadership spirit, and it has to be assertive. So if you're a little bit indecisive like a Libra, considering all the situation, you might stuck at one spot and you cannot move forward in life. So Aries is a representation of starting, initiating something, being assertive, being the leader. But Aries is not necessarily the finisher of the zodiac. Like Virgo is the maintainer. Like whatever Aries initiates, Virgo maintains it. It's our daily routine and all that. Libra is the opposite side of the Aries, which is, it's the first sign where we encounter with others, how we relate with others, how we work with others, how we are in a relationship with others, because we do not live by ourselves, we coexist with others. So Libra helps us to coexist with others without killing each other or hurting each other to get what we want. Like we still get what we want, what it doesn't come in the cost of hurting others. We got to be fair. So Libra is represented by the scale. So from my perspective, our South Node, North Node needs to be more balanced, because if you focus too much on Aries, you might end up being very selfish person, focused on yourself, and you might get what you want in cost of hurting others, even taking away from others. If you focus too much on Libra, always considering what others want, what others think, you might become a people pleaser. So, and you lose your own self-identity, and you always end up merging with others, and you don't know who you are without being in a relationship. So it's best to keep those energy balanced. You still know who you are, you're sure of yourself, you assert yourself, you know your desires, needs, values, and you also work with others, cooperate with others, not in the level of you completely lose yourself or compromise your values and needs and your assertiveness. So it needs to be balanced. So having your Libra South Node is really means maybe you've been a little bit out of balance your previous life, or the actions that you have taken. Either if you don't believe in past life, most of us live our karma like the first 30 years of our life. So you might feel that strong Libra energy the first couple decades of your life. So you still relate with the Libra energy, where you always been the peacemaker, diplomatic, always being considerate, sacrificing your needs for others' needs, stay quiet, not speaking up, and try to be fair in every single situation. You might not take the leadership role. It just feels like way out of your comfort zone. Like, I don't know how to lead. Like, even you're in a leader position, you might struggle with indecisiveness of like, I see why they want this, I want to help them, and then there's another group of people want the opposite, saying you also see their perspective, but you want to help them, but you can't help them both. So it's hard for you to take that leadership or decisive role in work, family, relationships, even. So the goal of having your North Node in Aries is to really balance out those energy. Not that like you have to completely abandon your South Node, because we still need to cooperate with others, live together with others. We still need to be in a relationship, but that doesn't mean, but it's easy for you or comes natural to you. So if you try so hard to be independent, do things on your own, you might be only at the level of you're balancing it. Because if you think you're super selfish, you're only considering yourself, it might be you're just at the beginning level of Aries, because you might not know if Aries gets its extreme, how selfish it can be. So don't ever worry about like, am I being too selfish or only considering myself? You're not, you're probably not. And another characteristic of Aries, let's see, like having your own value system and knowing who you are. Because Libra biggest struggle is when you're in a relationship with others, you might identify with what the other person does. Like, I don't know if you ever experienced being in a relationship and then your partner really into a certain hobbies, and then you pick up that hobby and it becomes your hobby, or they speak a certain language maybe different than yours. Just because you're in a relationship, you're gonna learn that language. Like, you're always pursuing your partner, or the person you're in a relationship with pursuing, and then you never explore what you really want. So Aries is all about the exploration, trial and error to find out what you want. So Aries is not necessarily knows what it wants, but Aries wants to take action, make a decision to find out what it wants. Let's say you're at the buffet. Aries goes to buffet and try everything in the buffet, and it's like, okay, I like vegetables, I don't like meat. Might be a little bit opposite, but it figures out what it wants. So Aries is the sign of trial and error. But with Libra, you might not have that courage, assertiveness to even go to that buffet the first time, or even try everything, because you're too worried about others feeling like, oh, is it too expensive to go there? Or is it like, if I take too much of this, is there enough for others? Like, too much consideration. So definitely have that courage. Like, it's okay not to know who you are. It's okay not to know your values, your hobbies, what you want from life, who you are without a relationship. It's okay to not to know, but it's not okay to not even try to find out. So Aries is all about go out there. Aries might be blind, but it just goes forward. Go out there, try things, and ask yourself how you feel. Even you pick up your partner's hobby. Let's say they love playing golf. Okay, you go play golf, but ask yourself, am I enjoying this? Do I like this if I don't consider anyone, anything, just myself? And it's like, yeah, I think this sport is boring. I don't think I like it that much. I'm just doing it because my partner does it. Then you need to be true to yourself. You need to be honest with yourself, and you got to honor or respect your desires and your values. So you need to be okay to tell your partner, like, I know you love golf, but I don't think I enjoy it that much. However, I can still go, but I think I like more, I'm trying to think of something. Tennis ball. Let's say you like tennis ball. Like, I like playing tennis ball. Can you go to that with me? And your partner says, nope, you just have to go to my hobby. I'm not going to yours. Then walk away from that relationship. Don't stay, don't compromise. Because another big issue with Libra people is they do not like confronting the conflict. They do not like starting argument. So they just compromise, they let things go. So be okay to let people go, and be okay to be by yourself, live on your own, and depend on yourself. And like I said, Aries is blind. You don't have to know everything. You just take that first step. You might not know where you're going, who you're going to be with, without that relationship. It doesn't have to be a partner. It could be family. Maybe you live with your parents really older age, or you're still stuck in the drama of your siblings' life, or even like your coworkers at work. So pull yourself out of that, have your own life, have your own place, have your own independency. Because for Aries, independency is very important. Without independency, you don't have the power to trial error different things to figure out who you are, what's your value. So whatever that takes away that independency from you, stay away from it. Like any relationship or someone is really dominant and telling you what to do, where you're going, like very controlling, probably not good for you. Or like someone's so needy, like needs you 24/7, it doesn't let you have your own space. You might be that person, like you might always need someone or needy, and you don't let the other person have their own space. So it can go both ways. Try to have your own space and independency to figure out what you want, what your values, what your desires, and prioritize yourself, assert yourself, and take the leadership, make a decision. It doesn't have to be the right decision. It doesn't have to be the right, fair decision, because like being Aries, trial error, you don't have to be the right person in the room, or with the, you don't have to keep the peace. Just make that decision and okay with, if even it's a wrong decision, be okay with that. All right, now let's get into more spiritual aspects of North Node, South Node. So from more Asian astrology perspective, our North Node, South Node, actually our soul's attachment and desires to this physical world. So that's the thing that caused our incarnation. In that case, like your North Node, South Node is the most important thing on your chart, because that's the only reason that you're in this world now, watching this video or doing anything. So it's gonna keep us going. Our desires just keep us incarnate after incarnate. Our attachments pull us back to this world again and again. So the best way to dissolve our karma, let go our attachments, because in the physical world, like we're in a separation mode. We feel like we're separate from others, we're separate from everything around us, we're separate from Mother Earth. But in the reality, we are part of the cosmos. We are the co-creators. We came from a source is full of love and peace. So until we go back to our source or realize, awaken to our true nature, we always feeling lacking something. So when your soul is lacking something, it has desire to fulfill, fill that hole. That's the entire reason we experiencing any life, physical life. There might be another dimension, people experiencing different things. It's all because of our desires. So don't assume that just because you balance those energy, Aries, Libra energy, and or achieve your North Node, you are going to be fulfilled. Like not necessarily. From Asian astrology perspective, actually our South Node is the desire that we had our previous life and we fulfilled it in a past life, but it didn't complete us, or it didn't fulfill us. We still felt something is missing. Now we think our North Node is going to give us that piece that we're missing. But the reality is it's not the North Node, it's the awakening journey of the soul to its true nature. So the fastest way to dissolve our karma is for our consciousness to be awakened. So we're not running on autopilot and doing things out of our karma. We're doing it with our free will and conscious choice. So everything we do in life needs to be a conscious choice. We got to utilize our free will, or we're just stuck on a karmic wheel and we're just the victims of our circumstances. So I'll get into how you can spiritualize your desires, how to live more a spiritual life where you're connected with the creator or the source energy, so you are not like completely bound to materialistic world where you constantly seeking for something that's missing. So before I bore you guys too much, I will end it here. And if this resonates, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you like my videos. I will talk to you guys in my next video.